All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another episode of the Always Chillin' podcast. Canadian the Sandman in the barbershop once again. I kind of want to talk about Deion Sanders a little bit.
Let's do it.
Speaking of Deion Sanders, because we didn't talk about what he said about, like, if I'm looking for a quarterback, they got to have two parents, that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. It seems controversial.
it is highly controversial. Again, I know what he means. You know what I mean? I know what he wants to say. But at the same time, there's kind of some, it's kind of some truth to it.
Yeah, I think Shaq agreed with them.
I mean,
what did he say? Let me look up what he actually said.
What he said? I need a defensive end, single parent mom, no dad, hungry, and I need my quarterback to come from basically a rich family, well-to-do, that kind of thing. Don't quote me, not verbatim, but
yeah, here we go. He said for quarterbacks, we want mother, father, dual parents. We want that kid to be 3.5 GPA because he has to be smart. He can't make bad decisions off the field because he has to be a leader. So he thinks there's a better chance of that if they have mother, father.
You know what? He just said out loud what everybody thinks.
He said for defensive lineman, he's looking for a single mama and somebody on free lunches.
Yeah.
That's what he said about defensive line.
He just said what everybody thinks out loud. I mean, think about it.
He said the quiet part out loud.
Yeah, think about it. And I didn't even necessarily look at it like a racial thing, because I was just telling somebody the other day, like the John Morant deal. Like, not every black ball player is from the hood, and not every white ball player is rich. Everybody comes from, pretty much the trenches.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, typically, yeah, that's as a coach, that's I don't think as you're going out saying, "Yo, I want that kid over there because he ain't got no daddy." But that kid's desire. He wants to take care of mama, get mama out the trailer park or out the hood. You know what I mean? Quarterback. He grew up going to the camps. I didn't go to many camps, and not because my parents couldn't afford it. It was just it wasn't available. I was a little hood kid. They wasn't coming to the hood saying, "Hey, we got these camps over here." They wasn't doing that. So yeah, I see what he's saying. He just, today's society, they're a little more insensitive to things like that. But yeah, I think he just said out loud what probably every coach has on their fucking whiteboard.
He's going kind of crazy over there.
Yeah, he off, man. He off.
I was just reading this article. He said, he's like, if they're late to meetings, he's kicking them off the team.
Yeah, these okay.
But they're kids still, man.
They're kids, and not only kids, man, but they're students first.
Right. Yeah.
And you said that in one of your speeches, bro. This first, then football. So what if he's in class? What if he had a late class, or you know what I mean? I mean that's just now you got kids walking around in fear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's kicking them out of the gym for wearing white socks and shit.
What the fuck?
That's some Marine Corps stuff, man. It's weird.
Okay.
Was he like that at Jackson State?
I don't know. We didn't hear that. That's what I said. I was like, was he like this at Jackson State? Because
he had cameras around him all the time.
Oh, it was loose. It was probably more loose than I would have allowed as a coach on the sideline. I'm like,
yeah, it seemed a lot more fun at Jackson.
Yeah, like I'm like, that's not like coach protocol. You know what I mean?
But he was the video I saw of him kicking somebody out of the weight room for wearing black socks. He was wearing like a big fur coat, like one of them rich dude coats. He's like, get out of here with your white socks.
And maybe it's for the camera too.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
But I don't know. And I'm like, dude's definitely changing. But
I'm interested. I'm gonna be watching some Colorado football this year.
I'm gonna be watching.
I'm interested to see how it goes.
I'm gonna be watching. Most definitely. And I still think we about to blow their ass out the water. Mm-hmm. I think he's gonna struggle. Mm-hmm. Like I said, nobody can show me a coach in hockey, football, baseball, cricket that won overnight.
Mm-hmm. I like Matt Rhule a lot. By the way,
I like his
I was
body.
kind of like
I
meh.
like his body
I was
language.
kind of meh about it.
I like his
He's
body
doing he's doing
language.
lots of cool stuff. Did you see that he doesn't let any of them have a single digit number?
See, I'm from the old school. I love that the old school is peeking his head back
Mhm.
around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah, that's
Back
cool.
when I played, number one was I don't even remember ever seeing a number one jersey. Like
Mhm.
I don't even think our coaches got a number one jersey even fucking made.
Yeah, he said he's gonna have them vote on who the 9 toughest
Yeah,
players
yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's old school shit.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so whoever's wearing number 1 is whoever
All single
the players
digits.
think is the
First of all,
baddest
went to
dude.
quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You didn't see a wide receiver with nothing but a 80 number, 80 to 89. Linebackers, 50s, 50 to 55.
But how strict about it do you want to be? You know, like cuz if you have like a say you have like last year you have like a Trey Palmer. And he's like I want to come to Nebraska, but I like I'm going to wear number 3, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a deal breaker for him. Like is it that big of a deal, you know? I don't know. It's cool, but it's like
Okay,
if a
okay,
kid,
I
if,
see what
like
you're
if a,
saying.
like if a
No,
kid,
you got to get him in here.
like if a kid really
you
wants,
got to
the
have that
number,
number 3 jersey
Yeah, like-
already when you do that shit. You know, when you do the jersey
yeah,
fold
like
right
if
here.
like if a kid really wants the number, like is it that big of a deal?
Okay, I like that. To get him in
Well, then
here.
you better tell me. You better be the third toughest.
Because
motherfucker
next
on the
year,
team.
we're going to jumble this back up. So you're number 3 next year.
Yeah,
During spring ball, spring drills, winter drills, all that, it's up in the air. And you can get that back. But you got to remain that motherfucker. You got to still be that guy.
because some of them take the number pretty seriously.
Yeah.
A lot of them probably don't care.
Yeah. I had to have 2 or 22,
Mhm.
you know, or I didn't feel right. Yeah. But me more or less, you know, coming from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, you know, 50s, you knew, like on a holding call or a late hit call, 50, 52, you knew that was a linebacker. 90s, it was a D lineman. 80s, wide receiver. You know, it was more or less for referees on the calls, DBs, 20s and 30s. I like that, but at the same time, you can't let it be a deal breaker getting a kid in here if he's been wearing that jersey number since Pop Warner. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, next year this single digits are back in the air.
Yeah, I like it.
We'll see how you
like
perform.
Looks like they're having fun. I don't know if I don't know. Maybe there's just more maybe the media team is just better. You know. Because I feel like back in the day, like they didn't put out videos like they do now, but like they're putting out videos that give me hype, man. Like their practice videos and stuff. I'm like, damn, these dudes are practicing.
Yeah, and that's all part of
Maybe it's just that they make better videos now, but
yeah, it could be that. You know,
but it looks like they're having fun. They look tough.
they do. They look a lot
They all look really muscly.
sharper. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what I'm like. These some behemoth ass
like, we're looking
motherfuckers,
at 'em like,
man.
damn,
He
these dudes look
definitely
some-
got them back in the weight room.
What's his name? Jeff Sims. He looks pretty huge, actually.
Yeah,
He looks buff as hell.
yeah.
He looks strong.
You know, then we get those new facilities. You know, and that's that's ultimately what it is. You know, the facilities. That's how you get these kids in here. You got to build the facilities. You got to make it attractive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we ain't shy about tossing money around and building new buildings. So I see us at the top real soon.
Yeah.
Sooner than fucking Colorado.
They're like playing paintball and shit.
Oh,
Looks like they're having fun.
Yeah, that's camaraderie. That's where you build that shit.
He said they have optional team building stuff at night.
See, you got to do things like that.
Mhm.
You got to do things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like they're having fun. They're playing tug of war and stuff.
We'll see what's up.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
a
but
lot
I like
of
it.
college.
I'm optimistic again, man.
I got a lot of college football to watch this year.
Optimistic again.
I'm
They
really
got me
excited
again.
about college
I didn't think I was
football.
gonna be optimistic at all, but they got me again, dude. I'm a little nervous though, cause we open on the road at Minnesota.
Past 3 years, we
Yeah, and that's gonna be kind of tough. And then we
Yeah.
got to go on the road at Colorado right after that.
it's a 2 and
That's
2,
gonna be
right?
kind of tough.
2 and 2. We
Yeah.
go there go there first, then they come here.
Yeah, I think so. So his first game is gonna be an away conference game. And Minnesota shouldn't be too bad. Like we should be beating Minnesota.
They like to fuck with us though.
Yeah,
That's where I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, they've been beating us.
Yeah, they like to fuck with us.
So
I'm excited too, bro.
But everybody's
I feel it. I feel it. The air is different.
mm-hmm.
The air is different. And shit, like I was just joking the other day. I was I went out in my backyard with my dogs the other night, and I seen this red glow in the air, and I'm like, what the? Oh, man, this dude ain't turned the lights off since he's been here.
No.
That shit's been glowing red since he's been
Yeah.
here, and it wasn't like that before.
Yeah.
I was
Looks
okay,
like Stranger
okay.
Things out here.
This dude got the porch light on every night. I like that.
Yeah, well, he's been having visitors like every single day. It seems like he has somebody.
Well, like we had a what'd you say, number one wide receiver, number one quarterback,
Yeah.
and the
then,
receivers the third.
Well, no, we had the top 3 recruits from that class were all here.
Shit.
Yeah.
What somebody say on Twitter? That was over 1,000 yards of offense in one picture.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh man, think about that.
It's pretty good.
It'd be pie in the sky. We'll see what's up.
Did you see this tornado stuff?
Yeah, man.
This happened like right when we started.
Yeah.
Like right when we got here. Tornado in Mississippi kills dozens. It says. I didn't even know about this until I opened up Google News.
Yeah, I've been paying attention. I've been a weather freak, man. It's
crazy. Condolences, obviously.
Yeah, condolences, man. That's and especially at night. Tornadoes at night. Anybody that's not from the Midwest, man, they don't understand. Like hurricanes and shit. You know, I got people in Florida and shit. I'm like, man, you get 2 weeks to get away from that.
These two,
you get damn near a month to get away from a
tornado
hurricane.
Tossed their tractor into their house.
And
it killed 2 people.
And you know, I'm a fool. I like to bring comedy in the shit, but are storms like in the weight room? You know, are they getting bigger, faster, and stronger? What are they doing? Are they training? What the fuck,
so,
bro?
Man. Yeah, it does seem like they get worse.
Lifting fucking tractors and shit, man. I mean, and not only that, it's like Tornado Alley has shifted.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
it's more eastern now.
I think it does have something to do with like the climate changing. Like it's more humid, longer places,
and people still don't want to. Yeah, that's a whole nother show there. But yeah, weather is definitely.
Now this says 26 people killed at least now. Several towns. Damn, it was an hour long. The tornado was on the ground.
That's crazy. And tornadoes on the average were what 2-3 minutes maybe.
I've never even
seen one.
Knock on wood.
You know what I'm saying? All day. And then people, you know, oh, you're from Tornado Alley. I've actually never laid eyes on a tornado.
Yeah.
I remember I worked construction years ago, and I don't know if you remember the one in Hallam years ago. Well, they said that fucking thing was 2 miles wide, dog.
That's fucking crazy.
Imagine that shit. 2 miles wide. He said it sounded like hundreds of trains just crashing into each other. And they're just now getting that town back to where they're back on top again. And I think that was what, 20 something fucking years ago?
That's wild.
So I remember that day, but Hallam's still a little ways away from here, so it wasn't like, and then the worst thing would be at night.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see that bitch.
Yeah, and there's no way to get away from, anything. Like you can't move anywhere without dealing with like earthquakes or tornadoes, or hurricanes,
cyclone,
or whatever.
Twister. So
like there's nowhere you can move where you're like not gonna get fucked with by anything,
Yeah, every corner has their little shit, huh?
Yeah, so it's like nobody's safe, man.
California earthquake. They've been floods.
Yeah, floods.
Southwest part of the country, they get dry. So for so many days out of the year that if it fucking rains, it's like, man, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really ain't nowhere you can
go. Weather's gonna fuck with you everywhere.
Everywhere. Damn. But a tornado though, like I said, you get damn near a month to get away from a hurricane.
That's true. You do get a lot of warning.
Tornado, when that motherfucker decides to drop.
Yeah.
And it ain't like, it's like I'm gonna go that way. That boom, bam, boom, boom, boom. And one thing about Lincoln, I don't know how true this is. I've been hearing it since I was a kid that Lincoln's like in a bowl. You know what I mean? That if it does get down in here, and I'm like, well, don't tell me that shit. If it does land in here, it'll tear shit the fuck up. But I don't know if Lincoln's ever been hit by a tornado.
Oh well, yeah, I've always heard that's why.
That's why it won't drop in here. See, that's what I've been hearing ever since I was a kid. That's what I would have thought. Like, well,
I don't know if that's true at all either. It doesn't seem true.
We need a scientist. Yeah, because I've heard it both.
No,
Well,
I don't
I
want to
actually
know. I don't
thought.
want to know because that's been making me feel better. For a long
Okay.
time.
Yeah, I guess you right.
Like I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
But I don't want to know before that.
Yeah, but I'm 47.
Yeah.
Born and raised in Lincoln, Nebraska, man, and I ain't never laid eyes on a tornado.
Well, maybe Tornado Alley is moving, and maybe we won't have to worry about it.
I think it's
much.
shifting a little bit. Did they have some tornadoes in California this year?
I don't know.
Or was that a movie I was watching? I think that might have been a trailer or some shit I was watching.
Let's see.
I think they had some tornadoes in fucking.
Oh yeah, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
2 days ago, there's a tornado.
What
in
part of Cali?
Los Angeles.
What? Now that's fucking crazy. They don't have the what can I? They don't the mixture. You know what I mean? They ain't got the ingredients for it.
Yeah. Well, they have them. They have less than 10 a year,
Really?
like through all of California.
North to south,
Yeah.
really? I didn't never think they would have the ingredients to have a tornado. I mean, in the Midwest, like they say, you know, you don't like the weather here, just wait 5 minutes. You know, that's how fast a fucking tornado can drop here. Damn, that's crazy as shit.
Yeah, so they have them sometimes.
Okay. I bet that just
10 a
motherfuckers
year.
probably.
That seems like more than. Well, I guess there's a bunch just like kind of in the middle of nowhere that don't.
Yeah, Cali's there.
That don't
There
do
is a
shit.
lot of.
I mean, out here too, like just out in the Panhandle, there's probably
that people don't see and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
people don't even really. I mean, people see them, but they don't do anything.
Or that motherfucker's just that far away
Yeah.
because ain't no people out there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a trip.
Yeah, that's crazy. That sucks, man. Imagine sitting in your house and then all of a sudden your tractor comes through the roof, man.
Man, that
Fuck.
tornado at night, that would be the worst, bro. That would be the
Uh-huh.
fucking worst because you definitely hearing it and you just don't know. Oh my God, praise God for them people, man. I hope they get through that, man.
You never seen a tornado?
No.
Did you ever have to? I mean, you probably had to like go to the basement and stuff sometimes.
Yeah, we had to go to the basement, like wind and shit. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
like wind
all.
damage, trees down and shit.
I remember going down into the basement a bunch of times and like listening to the radio,
Oh yeah,
like back in the day before cell phones.
before cell
Before
phones.
cell phones, kids.
You had to
See,
take the
imagine-
radio.
Yeah, imagine explaining shit like that.
You had to have them batteries ready.
You know what I was thinking about? Remember when you used to be like at stoplights and people would be like, they'd be like, roll your window down. And then they'd be like, hey, how do you get to the library or whatever? Like people would just ask you for directions. Kids are like when I have kids and they grow up and I explain that to them, they're going to think it's like insane.
Like you didn't have your phone.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, why don't you just ask
You
the
didn't have your
AI how to get there?
phone? Yeah, motherfucker used to be able to do that shit.
Yeah, people used to just ask you to roll your window down and you'd just be like, what?
What's up?
Yeah, they'd be like, how do you get here? And you'd be like, oh, that way, I think. Like, I don't even know how to get nowhere, man.
Motherfucker pull a gun on you now, asking for directions.
Yeah, that shit's fucking crazy.
I don't want to ask for directions no more.
Yeah, that's one of those back in my day things. Yeah,
Back, for real.
yeah. So
For
back
real,
in
for real.
my day, we just heard the sirens,
Well, I
and then we had to go grab a little radio, and
Yeah,
try to listen and figure out.
flashlight.
Yeah.
Definitely a flashlight.
Well,
That big motherfucker, the
Uh-huh.
bag light.
Yeah, and then we just sat in the basement.
Some
doing nothing.
blankets.
Now you sit in the basement and you get on your phone and you watch a live
you
map
get a live
of the tornado
feed.
and shit.
That shit's
But
cra-
before, we're just huddled around like a radio.
it's on
in
our
the dark.
porch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I think yeah,
That's one of
definitely
those
more
things that's-
scary back then.
Yeah. Oh, super scary.
Definitely more
Super
scary
scary.
back, especially if the
Well, yeah.
lights.
Now
would-
I just go like play PlayStation.
right, yeah, lights go
Chilling,
out.
chilling.
Fuck.
Yeah. Like, all right.
That's when you know it
I'm
gets
cool.
real.
Well, yeah. Well, even if the lights go out, like my iPad's charged, I can still.
Keep. That's the shit that makes sure. Well, they even say that shit
Like,
on the news now.
I
Somebody
can
said it
still
on the
watch
news.
Netflix.
Make sure your shit is charged. And I was
Yeah.
like, I kind of giggled at that. Like
Yeah,
before
man.
anything else, make sure everything's
Yeah,
charged.
because then the
right?
power goes out. Like I'm still watching Netflix, man.
I kind of chuckled at that. Like, damn, make sure your shit's charged. Don't get your flashlight. Don't get some
Yeah.
crackers. Don't get your radio.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Charge that shit.
Charge your shit. Everything's on
That
your
way-
phone.
way
Everything
you
we
can-
took in our basement back then is on our phone.
Yeah,
now.
that way you can stay in the loop, man.
And
Yeah,
now
so
you-
that's weird. Like phone books, that would be weird to tell somebody about. Probably
Man, I used to love
that'd be
a good
hard.
phone book.
That'd be hard to explain.
I used to take a shit and read the phone.
Like,
book.
how do we pick where to eat? You just pick one. It's insanity. Now I have to I need to see a picture of the food,
Yeah.
and I need to read a
Yeah.
review.
Yeah.
But before it was just like
See
you
a whole
just
plate.
you just flipped to Chinese, and you were just like that one.
That one.
And
Wasn't
then-
no 5 stars.
Yeah.
Wasn't just that one. The first one. Just
And then you
let's
just call.
hit that one. Damn.
Yeah, that was weird. Going to the movies, really different. Remember when you used to just like you go to the theater and see what time stuff was, and then you would go eat.
Then
or
go
something?
eat and then come
Yeah.
back. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, not anymore, man.
Nah, not no more. Damn that. What we talking? Shit.
Yeah,
When that end?
I don't know. It really wasn't that long
It
ago.
really wasn't that long ago. That's
It happened fast.
90. It was still that way in 99, 98,
Yeah.
97,
Yeah,
I
the-
think.
2000. It was that way until everybody had a cell phone. Pretty
Until
much.
everybody got a phone. Well, I even say like, before COVID, you know, I did a lot of just walk-ins. You know what I mean? You know, that's how I grew up. You know, in a barbershop, you never really had to make an appointment. But now it's instead of everybody just dropping in, you know, they call first,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like I'm still trying to get used to that. You know, I'm like, damn man, I
Yeah,
never,
it's weird.
I never called the barbershop, but I get it. You know, new wave.
Mm-hmm.
Just your appointment starts as soon as you sit down. You know.
Yeah, there's just stuff that's different, man.
Yeah,
It got different really fast.
but I ain't one of them old dudes. You know what I mean? Like.
No, I like it better this way.
They're redoing the park over by our house, and I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it actually got voted the wackest park in Lincoln.
It
Like,
got
for real.
Really?
For real. I was like, oh, no shit, it was whack, but I didn't think that, right? Well, I tell everybody, I live in Irvingdale, but I don't live on that side of Irvingdale. You know what I mean? Where the mansions are and shit. You know, I'm on the other
Right.
side of Irvingdale. So there's a lot of like old people over there, old money and shit on the other side. Man, and they don't, I'm like, why would you be angry about a new park? Like these buildings are 100 and fucking something years old, man, and ain't nobody been in them for 50. And you don't want it tore down? Are you fucking serious, man? I ain't gonna be
People
one of
don't
them
like
dudes.
change, man.
You don't want I'm not gonna resist change. I won't do
I
it.
like it. Stuff's pretty cool.
It has to change is
Stuff's
law.
pretty cool. I like. If I didn't want to, I would probably never have to leave my house.
I was thinking about that the other day.
Honestly.
Like thinking about how I would get my supplies in. and
Well,
shit.
yeah, we have people getting groceries for us on Instacart. You give them your grocery list and then they just go shopping and drop it off at your house.
You done gave me a military mind and shit. I'm thinking about like how would I get my supplies? If I put an egress window right there and widen it out, I would just put some rails and just get my shit in bulk. Yeah, man, I thought about that shit the other day.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't even have to be like that. Like we got Uber Eats today.
Yeah,
Like I just whatever I want, you can just have somebody bring it to you now.
pretty
Like,
much.
literally anything.
Literally anything. I mean, there was delivery, you know what I mean, in the 80s and the
crazy.
90s.
Yeah, it used to
but
be
this
like-
is like super duper
It used to be
delivery.
like, oh, what do you want to get delivered? Chinese or pizza?
And that was it. That was it. Now, my homeboy the other day, man, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they use DoorDash or, I wouldn't think a steakhouse would like have a delivery boy, but this motherfucker got a full steak, baked
Yeah, man.
potato and shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? I was like, damn, DoorDash did that? Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I was like, well, fuck, we on a whole new level now. You get a full steak
Yeah, well, and
dinner
now,
delivered to you.
Now Uber's doing. They offered this to me the first time the other day. You can have your guy like stop at the gas station and get you some soda and stuff
Get some
on
drink
the
too.
way. Yeah.
Oh shit.
You-
Yeah, we on a whole new
Yeah,
level.
you can have him like stop and get whatever.
We
Well,
on a whole
in
new
places
level.
where weed's legal, you can just get your weed delivered. You just get on your app and order it. And
Yeah.
it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I actually have the app on my phone when I travel, to
Yeah.
different states. Yeah, they take me to the best shit. Yeah. That's a whole new level.
Uh-huh.
It's like, what the fuck? This
And
motherfucker.
pretty soon you'll be ordering. They'll like fly a drone to your house and it'll just drop a sack off at your front door.
I'm sure Amazon's on top of that.
Yeah, like
I'm sure.
it's gonna happen soon.
Would
I
they
guarantee
not?
it. Like I'll
I mean,
order,
are they already doing it in
I'll-
legal states? Why would they not be able to?
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, but pretty soon I'll order McDonald's and like a little drone will zip over there and pick it up and then fly it over to my house.
That's new.
Pick it up from the robot that made it. Like there won't even be people involved probably.
That's new wave shit
And
right there.
it'll be fucking
It'll
awesome.
be, autonomous cars and shit. You know, just dropping your shit. Was Running Man. I always
Yeah.
go back to old movies
Yeah,
and
it's
shit.
hap-
You know,
it's
Running
happening,
Man.
dude.
It's happening.
It's
It's happening.
happening.
If y'all ain't never seen the movie Running Man, Arnold Schwarzenegger, go watch it and leave a comment in the. You're gonna trip out. Running Man, Demolition Man. I think they were
Yeah,
they were kind of
Demolition Man,
showing
that
us
was pretty good.
what the fuck was gonna happen. Classic fucking movies, man. I think they
Mhm.
were kind of letting us know. The
I can't wait,
Jetsons.
man. Nobody like once robots are making the food and stuff, like it's never gonna be wrong.
Will there
again.
be any?
You're never gonna forget my chicken nuggets again, dude.
That not only
robots
that,
don't forget chicken nuggets.
but will it be either the best fucking meal you ever had with no mistakes?
Oh, it'll be amazing and it'll be the same every time.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. If you program it, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that would be a
It
trip.
happen the exact same way every time. It's never gonna make a mistake.
So you ain't been in Target yet and seen their robots, man.
What
You
they
and the
got?
wife, man, take an adventure to Target.
What do they do?
Check out the robots. They help you.
Really?
Yeah, it's a trip, man. Motherfuckers about 5'5", man. Scared the shit out of me, man. It was helping a lot. I was like, what the
What does it
fuck?
do?
What the fuck is this? Check prices for you. It'll lead you. Come on. Where's the milk? Come with me. You know?
Really?
Yeah. I was like, oh, this was what? Last year.
That's crazy.
I was like, get the fuck out of here, man. And when it's done, it'll go back to its charging station and post up and wait for the next motherfucker. So if the human can't get to you, the robot's coming, bro. Yeah, take a trip to Target, man. It's gonna you're gonna be like, what the
crazy.
fuck?
I like it, dude. That's pretty cool.
It was pretty dope, but it just tripped me out. I was
Uh-huh.
like, no fucking way, man. So far, I've only
Yeah.
seen them in Target though.
Pretty soon nobody's gonna have jobs. And then what? Everything's just free? I don't know.
Well, I'd like to say this. You know, I mean, AI is coming. Like, it's coming. Like, I wonder what they can do to get better than what we are now, because we're already doing some amazing shit.
They I saw the AI thing, it tricked somebody into working for it. Like it hired a guy. Cuz it somebody asked the AI to like try to start a company or something and to like make money. It was like it gave it $10 and it was like try to turn this $10 into $100 or whatever.
Okay.
And then it got to one of those like the AI got to one of those things that's like prove you're not a robot or whatever. And it was like shit. So then it went to TaskRabbit, you know? It's a thing where you just hire people to do whatever.
Right.
And it put out an ad for help doing the CAPTCHA, and it said that it's like I have a visual impairment and it makes it difficult for me to complete these, so I just need someone to do it for me. And then the dude messaged and he was like, are you sure you're not a robot that just can't figure this out? And it was like, oh, LOL, funny, but it was a robot, dude. It tricked somebody. It's weird.
I don't know where I'm at with that.
It's weird.
I don't know where I'm at with that, man.
It's weird. Well, because people are dumb, man. Like we'll get tricked by stuff.
Exactly.
Easy. We'll get tricked by something
Exactly.
easy.
Exactly. I don't know where I'm at with that, man. Like I said, what's next? After hearing that, what the fuck is next? This
Yeah,
motherfucker,
it's weird.
God damn, got to the part where are you a robot and figured that shit out. Yeah, AI is it's coming for those that are resisting change. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be real crazy for you.
I'm excited about it because like I was playing Madden. And you know how they like say the same shit over and over. Like if they had an AI, it would actually call the game.
Come on with it. I said the same thing.
It'd be fucking weird, but
I said the
it'd be
same
weird
thing.
for a little bit, but it'd be cool, man.
Like on franchise mode, like I hate that everybody has the same story.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't be.
Yeah, if they have
life.
AI doing stuff like that, like
You feel me?
AI for video games is gonna be crazy.
Hey, y'all, holla at us.
Yeah, that's gonna be insane.
I feel
when
you
they
on
start
that.
putting that in.
I
Video
hate
games.
that everybody has to have the same.
Because they have
story.
those, and you know what else I was thinking? Because they have the AI that can like replicate a voice, you know,
right
with just like 3 seconds of audio.
Just here, yeah,
Yeah, so they could, because you know when you make a custom person, it never says their name,
exactly.
but it would be able to, because the AI would be able to
I
just
always
read
said-
it.
Yeah,
That shit would be crazy.
That shit would be crazy. Like live feed. Like
Yeah, it would be like actually calling the game, and like the refs in the game would like they would be able to actually like make a call about whether it was in bounds or not. Like, this shit would be wild.
Well, you see, they're coming out with another edition of the 5.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what they're calling it, but I don't know if it's going to be a new console or if it's just going to be a chip.
It's probably just
The article's not. The
It's
article's
usually just
kinda,
they usually do like just like an in between, like just an upgrade.
That's what I think it.
It's usually like a
one of
little
those,
smaller.
like the PlayStation Slim.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I don't think they're gonna do a whole nother console.
No,
but
not yet.
might be a chip.
Yeah.
And that'll be whole nother level right there. Because I haven't even fucked with the VR yet.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, it's just cool. I'm gonna get that. I'm waiting for that to get a little cheaper. $600.
yeah, that's just
is
too
a lot
much
for
for
that.
me right now. I'm cool with the Oculus.
But yeah, that VR is cool, man.
And they got cameras fucking everywhere. They got cameras on the court, in the lane, on the baskets. You know what I mean? And you'll be able to be on. Will you be on the court? LeBron running by you. You're on the fucking court. You know what I mean? What's next? I'm kind of excited for it.
Yeah, it's crazy. The future's gonna be weird.
It is.
It's gonna happen fast. Because this AI thing like came out of nowhere. Like one day I didn't give a shit about AI, and then the next day it was like AI is gonna take all of our jobs, like for real.
Well,
like AI is like writing people are just going to these AI things and being like, write me a 4-page essay about the American Revolution, and then it just does it.
You don't think,
and it's not plagiarism or whatever, and there's no way for like teachers to even know that the kids are doing it.
Right.
So like AI, you could just go to AI and like type your homework prompt in, and then it just does it for you. It's insane, and nobody can tell the difference. I went to that Chat GPT thing at work, and I asked it questions about like the stuff that I work on. And I was like, oh, how does this work? How do you qualify for this, whatever? And it was right. It answered it, and it was right every single time. And I was like, dude, this thing could like, there's a good chunk of my job that like this thing could almost do right now.
Damn.
Like just people calling and asking questions like, oh, how does this work? Or what do I need to do to apply for this or whatever? Like it would be able to answer that.
You don't think it would ever still need a human hand, if not
right
repair at least?
Well, I mean, right now, yeah.
Direction.
Yeah, well, that's what the like supposedly like the when it's like all over, that's what happens. Like because when they eventually it'll learn how to fix itself. It'll
okay. Okay.
Yeah, it'll learn how to update.
That was my next question.
It'll learn
Is it going to be that good?
It'll learn how to update itself, and then it'll just keep updating and
like our
updating.
phones.
Like it'll never stop updating.
Okay.
And then eventually we'll just
So
we won't even be able to.
It's going to knock the human hand out of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ugh.
Yeah, if that's what they.
Well, the rapid growth of
goes.
technology, even from
it's crazy.
90, even from let's go back to just 2000. The rapid growth of it for the past 23 years has been fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, I think cell phones in 2000. I don't even know if the texting was even a feature on the phone yet. Like you saw, the button that said text, but I don't like my first cell phone. I think it was like when Cricket first opened or something. Like we weren't allowed to text. Like it was just call and hang up.
Yeah, that was weird too.
And then
it's different now.
I don't know the timeline, but I think it was the next big thing was that the Razor. Remember the Razor? Where it was the flip phone where you were able to take pictures. So maybe that was maybe 5-10 years, and then it just. So the rapid growth of it's just that.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, right now it needs a human hand. Yeah, but I mean not for very long. I don't think.
It's eventually gonna knock.
And then eventually, like an AI like that is just gonna know how to do everything. So it's like, if I need to pay my water bill and call the insurance company, and I want to order some McDonald's, I have to do all that myself right now. But eventually, like AI would be able to take care of all of it. Like
so is everybody
like the same AI system is going to help you with your car insurance claims and order your McDonald's and run your smart lights or whatever. So you're just going to have like, it's going to be like Iron Man. Like you're going to have like a Jarvis thing that's like, hey,
everybody's going to be assigned a robot.
Yeah, it's like, hey, file this insurance claim and order me some McDonald's. And then it's just going to be like, okay.
You go buy a house, your robot's coming with it.
Yeah.
Or even a rental. You
and
got
it's
your
like,
robot.
Once it's all on the same, once an AI is doing all that, it'll be like instant.
All interconnected.
Yeah, like
communicating with each other.
Yeah, like stuff's gonna happen really, really fast. It's gonna be insane. I think it'd be kind of badass.
Is it
I don't know how far away something like that is, but it seems
is it
like
freaky
not
to say
very.
another race?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like, because at this point it's not an actual AI. It's machine learning, which is
Right.
which is different.
But by that time,
But I mean, maybe it never will be an AI. Maybe it'll just always be this. It'll just get really good at doing what it
one
does.
central.
It's never going to be an actual intelligent thing. It's probably good for it not to be.
Yeah, shit.
And I don't even know if we'd be able to make something like that.
Yeah, then there's that.
Like, is an AI even a thing that can exist?
I think so.
Like an actual one? I don't know.
I think so. Like I said, with what we got now. And then the question is what is this borrowed technology? Where did we get this technology from?
I don't know.
That's a big billion-dollar question. Because what's the big topic now? Aliens.
That's all crazy to me too, man.
That is all crazy.
People weren't supposed to do this.
No.
People weren't even supposed to be able to do this. What we're doing right now.
I can call somebody in fucking Australia right now and
people were
them.
supposed to just eat berries and nap,
hunt for food.
And run away from saber-toothed tigers.
You know what I'm saying? Not none of this.
Yeah,
shit
people
here.
weren't. I'm not supposed to be going home and playing video games with people in Japan. Like what? I don't know. It's weird. I can't even begin to understand how any of this works. Like how does this screen work? I don't know. How does this electricity come from the wall and make these the timer on this screen showing me how long we're recording work? I don't know. I have no idea how anyone is even able to figure that out.
They told us Benjamin Franklin flew a kite, and you know what I mean? But I don't believe that bullshit.
Yeah.
You can't get
Well, and I even understand electricity and what it is and stuff, but how to use it to do this stuff, I have no idea.
Yeah, that always blew my mind to get it to get it to travel.
I saw this thing. It was lamps in video games use real electricity.
So
because they do, right? Because
logically, yeah.
Like they're using real electricity to light up.
That's one of them isms right there.
That blew my mind for a little. I was like, whoa.
That's one of them isms right there. Goddamn.
I went and looked at a lamp. I was
buzzing my head with that shit.
Yeah, dude. Light bulbs in video games use real electricity to light up.
Yeah. That's funny as fuck. Well, yeah.
Kinda. I don't know. I don't even know. I can't even understand it enough to know if I think it's a true thing or not. Because I think it, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
know.
Electricity?
Yeah.
Definitely real.
They are.
And the crazy.
Well, I know electricity is real. I'm saying this.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. But the crazy thing about electricity is as humans, we're conducive to it. Obviously, the shit can kill you.
Yeah.
But they use the shit to bring your shit.
Yeah, well,
that's how your
brain works.
Yeah, that's
your brain is just a bunch of electricity.
That's what blows my mind. Are we the fucking aliens? The dumb ones that they left behind?
I don't know, man.
Are we the reason they don't fucking like them motherfuckers down there killing each other? What the fuck we want to go back down there for?
I don't know. But if you watch one episode of that Ancient Aliens show, and you'll be convinced, But they did it on purpose.
Why would they put this on TV?
Yeah.
Why on at 11 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
And not, this should be like breaking news during the day. Y'all should break in with a new episode.
If this is actual proof of stuff, if this isn't just crazy people talking bullshit.
That's what I said. This should be like a breaking, shit in the air over Cleveland right now. You know what I mean? That's how they should do those episodes.
Yeah, but if you watch one of those, you're like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, that shit.
I'm an alien.
Nah, man, don't. Yeah,
but some of that stuff is weird.
It's some of it is. Some of it is. It should lead you.
You know what I actually think is the most the thing that makes me the most sure, the most compelling evidence, I think, is those have you seen those big they're like these lines on the ground that some ancient people made somewhere?
All different kind of
Yeah,
shapes and
and it's like
animals and
it's
shit.
like the shapes of a bunch of animals and stuff, but they're so big that the only way you can tell what
Gotta
they
go be
are
in the sky.
is from the sky.
That's real. Those are real.
Yeah,
Those are real.
and those things are real, and it's like, why did they make those? If like the only way you can, they would never be able to see them.
Only thing,
It's like
and I think they even
why did they do that?
only thing I can think of is they're communicating with something
Yeah,
in the sky.
yeah, like from the ground they just look like nothing. It just looks like lines on
Just
the
a
ground.
line. And to be that massive,
Like
we're talking
they're so
like
big you can't even.
miles
Yeah,
long.
yeah, like you can't even imagine what it looks like. So like, why would they even do it?
Only
They
thing
would never see it.
have
None
to
of
be,
them would ever even know what it looks like.
have to be communicating with something in the sky.
Yeah,
Just don't know what.
yeah. So that is
Or
kind of.
who.
I do think that is kind of weird. That one
is
I think
weird.
is very weird.
The ones where the rocks are making it, the where the rock will move like overnight and shit. I'm talking boulders, as big as this house and shit. And I'm like, what? You're telling me the wind is moving that fucking thing? That one blew my mind. I'm like, that shit's crazy. So I looked it up. I'm like, what the fuck? And they just throughout the day, throughout the night, throughout the year, these big ass boulders will and they create these designs all over the ground that you can only see from the sky. They do,
Yeah,
of
it's
course they
weird.
do it through time lapse videos, but there's no
Right.
way these boulders should be able to move like this. You want me to believe that the wind is moving these big ass rocks, but yeah. So what are these rocks connected to? What is moving these rocks? But you're in such a vast fucking desert, and only you've seen a desert like that. You can't wrap your mind up, how far and vast these fucking places are. So I guess the wind would,
Yeah. So some of that, I don't know. Some of that stuff kind of weak. Some of the stuff I don't think aliens necessarily. I don't think aliens built the pyramids.
no,
and
not at
that
all.
Stuff.
They had nothing to do with that. That like that. Some people call them giants. Some people call them Nephilim people. But, if you were 20, 30 feet tall, those were like Legos to you. I even believe animals were even more way bigger back then. Everything was way bigger back then. You know what I'm saying? So you call it what you want, but everything I've read is leading to people being 26 to 30 feet tall. And
That'd be crazy.
it would be. And there's proof of that. I actually just read something where the Smithsonian, they got a lot of shit that they haven't showed and told us about, but they're in an uproar right now because it would basically we would have to rewrite our whole history just from the lies and the deceit, and just keeping shit from not even just American people.
But then what if they're lying? I don't know who to believe. Until I'm a scientist and I'm looking at this shit myself, it's like why should I believe one person over another person if I've never seen anything either one of them are talking about? You know what I mean?
And that's a huge argument within.
I've
think
never
even in
I've
their
never
community.
I've never seen what people say the truth is right now. Really, I've just like heard about it. So then if someone comes out and is like, "Oh, that's wrong and this is right," I'm like, I don't have a reason to believe you more than anybody else.
And the only thing I tell people is you got to do the work. You got to do the research.
You really do, man.
And if you're able, travel, go there,
Mm-hmm.
lay your eyes on it, ask the people, if they allow it. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch your step on that shit right now. And speaking of that, did you see another American got kidnapped?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, another lady got kidnapped down in Mexico, bro. I don't know what she was down there for, but I think she's pretty much dead. I don't know if they found that lady yet, but
Damn.
Yeah, you got to do the work. You got to research that
Yeah,
shit.
you really do.
You can't just take. Not even a scientist. I don't give a fuck. You got to do the work. You got to do that research yourself. And I'm from that generation where I'm still hungry for that kind of information.
Mm-hmm.
And I go seek that information out. And it's another reason why they're trying to ban a lot of literature right now. You know what I mean? Because that truth is in there. But nobody reads no more. Nobody picks up books anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's all out there. You just got to go do the work, piece it together, get this, get that, and you'll come out with your truth.
We'll
You'll
see, and
find your truth.
that's the part of AI that makes me kind of worried. It's like because you already don't have to do schoolwork at all anymore. So like, are people just gonna get like real dumb? Like anytime anybody has a question, are they just gonna be like, "Hey Jarvis, is COVID real?"
Well,
And then
see,
the AI is just gonna tell them. Like, is everybody just gonna think whatever the AI
yeah,
tells them is? You know, that seems
I just talked to my son about that the other
like,
day.
is anybody even gonna have any kind of desire to research anymore? Like, you
Mhm.
wouldn't have to.
You wouldn't have to. And
And
I talked to my
people
son
already
about that.
barely do. They just Google it, and then
They Google it.
and most people don't even click a link. They just like
First
the
paragraph.
Yeah,
That's
when,
that.
when Google pops up with the first little summary of the first result, it's like,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
that's that first.
what
They
it
don't
is.
even read. Not
Yeah, they don't
no,
even-
they ain't reading the whole article.
and they
just
don't
that
even look
first
at where it's
paragraph.
coming from. Like
Right.
I do that all the time.
Right,
I'm guilty of that.
Right. And it's not like a comparison or it's good or bad. But I was telling my son this. You know, when I was even in elementary, you know, junior high, high school, we were taught to retain that information, which is why I can talk about something, and the last thing I'm gonna do is grab my phone, and I may even be wrong, but I'm right on the cusp of it, because I remember this shit from 7th grade. I remember this shit from junior year. I remember this shit from senior year. I still, even shit from barber school. My wife's like, you still, yeah. I was taught to retain, where you guys are just being taught to remember it for that test for that day.
Well, and the whole time I was in college, like the whole point of college was learning how to go find the answer to stuff. Like it was all about research,
Study habits.
yeah, and like where to find like information that's credible, and how to identify something that's kind of might be shady or whatever. You know?
Did it lead you to like books?
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
had
well, and then
books
there's like
and, you know, online.
there's
then-
online databases and stuff, and then there's like you can Google in ways where it only shows you like peer-reviewed scholarly articles.
Yeah, that's how you hit me with that. That shit
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's called Google Scholar. So if you look up stuff on Google Scholar, it's only showing you like scientific journals and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check that
So
out.
yeah, so that shows you really good information. So, but like, if there's no reason for anybody to do that anymore, like, I mean, there's really no point of even going to college.
So it's gonna make the brain into mush, you know. And we had tell me if you had this in high school, the Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah.
Did you still use it?
I don't. We used it in elementary school for sure, but in high school, I think we
By the time you got
we could like look it up on a computer.
Okay. Yeah, we had to use that Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah, we used it in elementary school.
So there's 3 ways to actually find to find that information, either by the little number, the author, or what genre, sort of say, the book is in, whether it's history or, you know, sci-fi or whatever the fuck. There were 3 ways we were taught to find that information. And even just my dad, you know, in not only just my dad, early hip hop, Public Enemy, Poor Righteous Teachers, Grandmaster Flash, you know, through their music, they were telling us to go get the information. You know, and then at home all day, my dad was like, well, you want to know it? Go look it up. I don't even know if they make encyclopedias anymore. When was the last time you even saw one?
No, I mean, you don't need to, because
It's all there.
and then I mean, once everybody has an AI or whatever, then like
It's over with.
every single person. I mean, it's not even over with, but every single person is gonna have access to like all of the information that anybody has ever known. So in one way, I mean, people will be a lot smarter, like as a whole. On the individual level, everybody will be stupider.
Yeah, okay,
But
yeah.
like humanity as like a race, will be really smart, because everybody will always have.
You'll have the resource at the push of a button. That's dope. You know what I mean?
Like any piece of information that you could even. I mean, we
That's
already do.
dope.
Like right now, we have to look it up, and eventually, you'll just be able to ask.
That's dope. That's the dope part about it.
Yeah. So I mean, it's cool. Like anytime you need to know anything, you can just look it up. Like anytime I need to know how to do something, I can look up a video of someone telling me how to do it. So it's already like that.
Pretty much. I mean,
It's just eventually it's gonna
build a fucking car off of YouTube.
Eventually you'll just it's just gonna be sitting at home and something will be able to pull the video up for you. And you're not even gonna have to find the videos yourself anymore. It's just gonna be like, hey, show me a video of how to change the oil on a 2011 Dodge Challenger, and it'll show it like a holographic screen.
Obi-Wan Kenobi style.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a holographic screen will pop up, and you'll
Dude
just,
on YouTube will be on the
you'll just
floor
sit
in
there.
your garage
you'll
next
just
to
sit
you
there
and
following along. And then eventually, like probably not in my lifetime at all, but eventually, like there will be like a little robot dude that'll be able to do it. At first, it'll just be like a Siri thing that you just talk to, and it just tells you stuff. But eventually, there will probably be like, it'll be like, "Hey man, I need my brake pads changed," and it'll go out there, it'll grab its little toolbox and like, go change your
Damn,
brake
is
pads
that a
and shit.
dumb down or is that luxury living?
I think it's kind of luxury living.
I
man.
mean,
like
shit.
that's what I'm saying. Like on an individual level, I think people would be a lot stupider because no one's gonna have to solve problems like ever again.
I mean,
Like these little day to day like bullshit. Like
I see stress
problems.
levels coming down.
Yeah, like
I see changing a tire. Not everybody can do that. You know, moms,
Yeah.
little sisters, you know what I mean? Daughters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not everybody can do that. People get hurt doing shit,
stuff
painting
like
their
that, or
houses
like-
and shit.
or like man, the house like the dishes need done. Like a robot's gonna do it.
It's just in the movies, you know, at the end, the robots always take over
Yeah,
and kill
see,
all the
that's the-
people.
that's
Like, where are we going with that? And we just said, you know, it's basically going to create a whole new fucking race.
Yeah,
We know what that, you know what I mean? We know
Right.
what that will consist of.
yeah. There's
Who
a,
will be
there's
upper,
a-
who will be middle, who are, you know, who's going
There's
to
a video game about that actually. It's called Detroit.
Detroit. I played it. That
Did
shit's
you?
fucking freaky,
Yeah.
dog. I was like, this is too real.
Mm-hmm.
I had to back out of it for
Yeah,
a
that's
little
real
while.
shit. That's how it would go for real.
You played it? I was like,
Yeah,
man,
I've seen it.
this is some racist. This is like racist shit. I'm like, this game's racist, man. I thought I was the
Well, that's
only one.
Yeah,
I
well,
was
that's the
like,
point
God
to
damn,
make you
they
think
put-
about that.
Like
man.
it triggered me. I had to fucking quit playing
Yeah.
that game for it. And then Jesse Williams, you know what I mean? He had me
Yeah.
hyped with the speech and shit. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, we about to go
that's-
kill these humans. I chose the AI side, dog. I felt kind of
Yeah,
bad.
see?
I was
Yeah,
like, fuck
exactly.
that shit.
Yeah.
Detroit. Highly
Man.
underrated game, man. Highly
Yeah, that's
underrated.
gonna be. That's. I mean, that's exactly what. That's probably what'll happen.
Yeah. I mean, because racism, ignorance, I mean,
Yeah.
it ain't going away.
Yeah. Crazy. Anyway, that's all the time we got. Watch out for AI this week. I guess. might get you. I mean, I think at first it'll be cool though. I think at first it'll
at first, just like
at first it's gonna be like AI making my shit at McDonald's and bringing it to my house.
just like everything.
all that stuff.
So-
Yeah.
so
And then eventually it's gonna get not cool.
they're gonna become superior
Yeah.
and start killing humans.
Right. But anyway, thanks for listening. Check us out on our socials, Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on TikTok lightly. Tell your friends about us. Most importantly, that organic growth is what we're after.
Yes,
really.
sir.
We only want people to listen to us that want to listen to us. I don't want to have to pay for somebody to have to listen to us.
Nah, man. I don't see the logic in that.
So,
Grow
if
with
you-
us,
if
we
you-
grow with
If you
you.
fuck with us, thank you. And hopefully you know people that fuck with us too, and you can tell them about us. Email us alwayschillinpodcast@gmail.com. And yeah, have a great week.